Over the next few weeks in Mop Classic, we're getting a brand new dungeon difficulty, multiple raid unlocks, faster rep grinds, and rewards that were originally locked away for months. And some of this starts way sooner than you think. Yo! It's CJ! And here's what we're going to cover in this video. The rep changes that can cut your grind in half. The new dungeon tier that lets you grab raid level loot and even progress your legendary quest without stepping into a raid. The next big raid unlocks and why the second one might be even more important than the first. And a few future content drops that Blizzard buried deep in the notes. Let's start with the changes that are going to get you raid ready in half the time. First up, rep grinds. Blizzard's basically thrown us a lifeline here. Grand commendations are back. Hit revered on one character and you get double the rep from there on out. Plus, your alts get the same boost right from the start. Shadowpan and August Celestials no longer require revered with Golden Lotus before you can even start their dailies. That's huge if you want those enchants or other rewards. Valor gear requirements have dropped across the board. Shoulders from Golden Lotus, hands from August Celestials, waists from Calaxy, trinkets from Shadowpan, all require honored instead of revered. Crafting got a boost too. Your Pandaria cooking recipes now produce twice as much, including banquets and top tier stat food. Tiller's recipes for 300 hit and expertise, those are now revered, not exalted. And if you're into Cloud Serpents, there's now a bind on account flight log at Exalted that lets your alt ride right away. And if that sounds fast, the next system's going to be able to get you raid level loot without even having to step foot into a raid. But before I cover that, a quick reminder, if you're enjoying the video, smash that like button down below. Thank you in advance, I really appreciate it. Now, enter Celestial Dungeons, Blizzard's Mop Classic replacement for Raid Finder. This is a difficulty tier above Heroic Dungeons, loaded with occasional raid level mechanics, and each run starts with a blessing from one of the August Celestials. Pick the right one and it'll carry your raid. Pick the wrong one and you're going to be dead weight. You'll also deal with the Dominion of the Empress buff. Enemies hit harder, have double the health, and you'll regularly have to deal with mechanics from the existing raids. The rewards? August Stone Fragments, your new dungeon currency. Spend them at the Avatar of August Celestial's vendor for things like renamed Mogushon Vault's Raid Finder gear, a satchel that can drop unreleased mounts, and even bind on account progression items for your alts. You can also make progress on your legendary quest lines here. You'll be able to collect all of your sigils of power and wisdom from Celestial Dungeons. This is the most alt-friendly gearing system that Classic WoW has ever had. All of these benefits make Celestial Dungeons an amazing replacement to Raid Finder, and it enables you to experience more difficult 5-man dungeons as opposed to that shit show that Raid Finder really was. But here's the catch. The loot that you're going to be able to get from Celestial Dungeons, which comes out tomorrow, August 12th by the way, is tied directly to Mogushon Vaults, with more loot becoming available as the other raids are unlocked. And on August 21st, we get Heart of Fear. 6 bosses including Grand Empress Shek'Zir. Then, just 2 weeks later, on September 4th, Terrace of the Endless Springs opens up, which has 4 bosses, ending with the Shaw of Fear. Achievements are also going to become available as these raids release, such as the Glory of the Pandaria Raider, which awards the Heavenly Crimson Cloud Serpent, and Ahead of the Curve for each respective raid. And like I mentioned before, the Raid Finder quality items from Heart of Fear and Terrace of the Endless Springs will be added to Celestial Dungeon loot tables just 2 weeks after their respective dates, which again is a great system if you haven't been lucky enough to be able to play it yet. For those of you that are starting Mists of Pandaria weeks or months into this expansion, jump into Celestial Dungeons right away and start getting the best gear that you can. On top of what's coming over the next few weeks, Blizzard has also been making a lot of hotfixes to the live servers. These hotfixes affected classes, quests, achievements, battlegrounds, and more. And I'm not going to cover all of these in detail. Instead, you're just going to see them on screen now. So if anything's jumping out at you, just pause the video and take a little bit of a closer look. Now, here's the clean timeline so you know what to expect in the next few weeks. On August 12th, Celestial Dungeons launched with Mogushon Vault's gear. On August 21st, Heart of Fear raid opens. On August 26th, Shaw of Anger and Galleon will now drop Tier 14 gear. On September 2nd, the Heart of Fear loot table will hit Celestial Dungeons. On September 4th, Terrace of the Endless Springs will open, and on September 16th, Terrace loot will hit Celestial Dungeons as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of these other ones, and I'll see you there. Peace!